All right, team. It is Tuesday, January? No, it is Tuesday, June 26th, and it is our Lunch and Learn. As a quick reminder, tomorrow is month end, which means that anything you're working on for June ends tomorrow. So if you're tracking your Rich Rewards and you want to get those pina colada earrings, FYI, those pina colada earrings are in the next catalog. So you want them. Anything that you can earn now that will be in the next catalog gives you a head up when coming home from convention, and you can say, oh yeah, I have new jewelry, and so absolutely make sure that you're getting your 2,500 net non in so that you can have a heads up on the new jewelry. I'm also, the vast majority of the pieces that we're earning in the convention recognition are also new catalog items. Some of them are normal catalog items, and some of them are Hostess exclusives. So again, please make sure that you are tracking that. Use the tracker. That they put that tracker a few places. Oh my God, Susie, you got to get still. Prop that on something. You're making me. Okay. You don't have to go. You don't have to turn it off. I just need it to be not moving. So use the tracker. They put it in the network, and then it's also separately independent in the field interface in the convention area. They put one, so if you haven't printed that out yet, that way you can make sure that you don't miss anything by a small amount of sales. And then you'll have more heads up when coming home with the jewelry, because I know that when it comes to coming back from convention, we like to book shows tight into convention, but then it can get sketchy with how fast can you get the jewelry. So even if you have a show, 2 days after returning home from convention, you can be coming home with new jewelry simply by earning what we can earn at convention. And then maybe just grab like one little package of things at the convention. So that is my tip. Whenever there is something to earn, why wait to do it with Rich Rewards later when you can earn it for free now? So that is my policy. So tomorrow is it. So please make sure that you are closing things out. Anybody who joined in on the mega sale that we did on Sunday night, please make sure that you do a personal follow-up. I see orders are totally still coming in from that. I have 3 people messaging me right now that they're still working on finalizing their orders and stuff. So I hope that you guys found that useful. It seemed like there was a lot of customers on it, a lot of people commenting. So I hope it scored you a couple of extra orders and, of course, extra reason to be able to speak to somebody. So that was that. So we are now only 3 days away from the start of July, unless you count today, which, I don't know, is that considered 2 days? I don't know. But Thursday, June 27th, right? No, Thursday, June 28th starts July. And that is now dog days of summer. No matter what state you live in, July is real summer. No one has school in July. No one's ending school in July. No one's starting school in July. So this is the real summer month for for all of us. In June, some of us still have school. In August, some start school. So July is true summer. And lucky for us, we sell a product that is not seasonal. When, I came from cooking tools, and in the summer, sometimes it was hard to get shows because who's turning their oven on in July? Nobody. So now we're trying to sell outdoor entertaining stuff. We're trying to do barbecue stuff. What about the girls that sell candles? Who's burning candles in the summer? No one. So lucky for us, we sell product that is worn and used 12 months out of the year. And in fact, I feel like there's people who wear more jewelry in the summer. I feel like I am that person. Well, at least I was before I started selling jewelry and definitely wearing it all the time. But when I would, all other direct sales companies have their convention in the summer. And when I look at all the pictures back from those years, I used to go buy a matching necklace for my dresses. summer weddings and summer, just any kind of summer, you know, you get like a cute summery dress and you're like, I need a cute necklace for this. That's like how normal people go about things. They buy an outfit and then they realize they want a little necklace to go with it, or they want some cute earrings to go with it. So, hey, Elizabeth. So that is where we just need to make sure that we are getting in front of all these people, because they do want the jewelry. So it's just a matter of, are we going to get to them to provide that, or are we going to let Kohl's handle that for them? And we certainly don't want Kohl's handling it for them, nor will they have nearly as much fun at Kohl's. So I put together 3 main ways that we can use the next 7 days to do some constant fun reach outs to get some more showings on the calendar. And in the summer, I think it's super important that we're all very flexible. Summertime is where we definitely want to make that extra effort to meet them where they are. So if there's moms that have a play date at the park on Tuesdays, then all we are asking is to meet them as well. Right? So this is where we have to be creative in what we offer and what we ask what people are already doing. So if there's a mom's play date at the park on Tuesday, say, hey, you want me to join in? I can bring the jewelry, everybody can shop, the kids are playing, and everybody's going to leave jacked up, ready to receive jewelry that they can enjoy when they're not with the kids for the rest of the, you know, when they go out for date night or just some everyday fun stuff. So why don't we do that? It doesn't take any more of the time than you're already doing. Because this is the thing. People kind of feeling like, oh, you have 2 things. There's people that say they're super busy in the summer, and then you have the people that try not to overschedule themselves in the summer. So let's not be an add-on to their time, but just included in the time they're already spending or not spending. So are they going to have a bunch of girls over to swim in the pool on, you know, a Tuesday night? Then just, how about I stop by for an hour or 2, let the girls do some shopping. You'll get your stuff at free and discounted. If they would rather just get it knocked out at work and that's something you can offer, then go ahead and do that. Does your church have something after services on Sundays where people like hang out and mill about, and you could do a little pop-up there? Keep the term pop-up in mind, and even use it if it helps you get things booked. So every time I go to the hair salon that does my hair for Scott events, they always say, how come you don't bring the jewelry in here? We want you to bring the jewelry in here. And I do every once in a while. I just always forget that they want me to bring it more. So think of that as a pop-up. So who do you know that can help accommodate a pop-up for you? They have that new group, you know, where they keep doing these pop-ups, and I never thought of this. I didn't even really know it was a thing. And they're selling thousands at these realtor open houses. So apparently they all seem to, and I feel like we all know somebody in real estate. Everybody knows somebody in real estate. And they have a realtor's open house prior to the normal public open house. So at the realtor's open house, they're showing a house before it goes on the market so that all the different realtors in the area know that this house is now available. They are setting up jewelry displays at these realtors open houses. And I mean, the one girl did $1,200, another girl did $800, another girl did $500. And I was like, what? Who even knew this was a thing? So Becky apparently seems to know, as she is messaging us. So Becky does tons of networking and obviously is smarter than me. So that is something that maybe you can think of. But here's the three main ideas that I wanted to share with you today. Okay, the first one will apply more to those who have been in the business a little bit longer, and that is just a standard reach out to all of your past hostesses. So idea number 1 is that we're going to reach out to all of our past hostesses. I actually spoke with Jackie Reganti. And as you know, Jackie, or as you may know, Jackie lives in New Jersey. She is one of the top, she's usually in the top 5 sellers every single convention since I've worked here. And She wrote to me that I'm reading this from her message. I'm calling every single past Park Lane hostess. I'm making a minimum of five phone calls each evening to add new bookings to my calendar. I'm letting them know we have a whole new Park Lane, and she's sending pictures. So you know how there's so many beautiful new images out there now with the beige and the white and the clean and the pretty? That's the pictures that she's sending, along with some of these texts and stuff, and that they definitely want to schedule their Park Lane show with her for this summer. She starts first with offering them July, and if that doesn't work at all, then she offers them to be the first to show the new catalog in August. Anybody that she's not getting in touch with, she's sending out a postcard, and then she's following up again. And this is how she wants to fill up her entire summer. And I loved that she threw in that she's making 5 contacts each night, because I feel like that's such a reasonable thing to do. 5 phone calls a night, or, if morning, if day, whatever works for you. But honestly, if you get 5 voicemails, I think that's about 6 minutes worth of work. But yet you will have reached out to 35 people at the end of the week. Now, just imagine how many stones you've left unturned by not doing this, right? 5 people a night. And knowing that how little time that will take, of course, if you're feeling ambitious, imagine you did double that. If you just reached out to 7 past hostesses a night, and of course you can throw in their VIPs and good clients, it doesn't have to be all hostesses, that would be 70 reach outs in a week that would take you 10 minutes a night. And I really sometimes get mad at my own self when I read some of these things, because I'm like, I hate when I myself get away from doing these types of things. How have I not taken 5 minutes? It's like 5 and 5, right? I'm gonna do my 5 and 5. Ooh, we're calling it that. 5 and 5, because I'm gonna call 5 hostesses in 5 minutes, because very few will answer. So leave them that voicemail, and then I recommend following up with a text to a voicemail, just because so many people don't answer, and people who haven't stored our phone numbers, which many hostesses do, but the ones who don't, they're probably not going to answer. But if I find that when I follow up with a text with a pretty picture in it and say, hey, Chastity, oh my gosh, all new Park Lane, I have a beautiful new display, I have gorgeous summer jewelry, and a ridiculous summer sale that is better than any sale you've ever shopped with me before. What do you think about a girls' night in July? That's it. And let them see a photo. And then you could say, just left your voicemail too. They usually then will answer. So if they won't take July, very often they will jump on being the first. You know what? Since July's out of the question, I see that, if she's like, oh my gosh, I'm away for 2 weeks and my son has camp and blah, blah, she's got 100 reasons why she can't do July, then say, all right, then you know what? Here's what I'm going to let you do. I'm going to let you be one of the first people when I come back in August with the new stuff. You know how it goes. The first people to show get the most free jewelry, because you're going to be first. I would love to get you in early in August as possible. I'm going to be back on the 4th. When can we get you on the calendar? Because I really do like to have premier people in those first 2 weeks coming back from convention. I want people that appreciate what they have. A past hostess knows the deal. So I want her on those. And there's usually, how they usually do something special for the hostess special right after convention as well. So we don't know what it is, but it doesn't matter. It's going to be something great. So, of course, there's going to be an unbelievable special for when we first come back from convention. I would love to have you in on it. And then you go on to the next person and the next person and the next person. So you can do this with past hostesses. That's who I recommend you start with. But at the same time, you can do good customers. You can reach out back to here's a challenge. Open your calendar and turn it page by page and look for the names that were once written on there and never had their show. Oh, and with those people, you're going to say, oh my gosh, I am so sorry. I can't believe I never rescheduled your show with you. You must be so upset that I didn't let you get that free jewelry. Please forgive me. I'm going to offer you an extra $100 in shopping credit for my mistake. Okay, of course it's not our fault, it's their fault, but we're going to take all the blame. We're going to say we're giving them an extra $100, and then hopefully this helps get them back on the calendar. Okay, or do we like that idea number one? Okay, we're moving on to idea number two. And this is an idea that somehow slipped by me when we did the booking bash back in March. So Karen Slaymaker shared her traveling bling bar. Did anyone else see that in the booking bash? Because I feel like I don't know how this one slipped through the cracks, but I fell in love, and I'm going to add these pictures. She got back to me right before the call with some pictures of what she was referring to. So I'm going to add those to the thread. Remember how in the reminder I put a whole bunch of summary images that you can use with your reach outs attached to the post? In the comments, I'm going to add. So she's offering what she calls traveling bling bar. And what she has is 2 boxes of wine. So she does like a white and a red, or a white and a rosé, whatever they like. And then the front of the box, you know, when you go to AC Moore and there's those, it would be the page of a scrapbook. So like a big square page like you would put in a scrapbook, but it's all glitter. So it's basically the same size as the box of wine. So she has that taped to the front, and then she bought the little stick-on letters, and on it says Traveling Bling Bar. So this is what's on the front of each one. And she said, and she brings these to her shows of hostesses that want the traveling bling bar. So if you want the traveling bling bar, I show up with the wine, and then I show up with the jewelry and the wine. If you want, you just throw out some cheese and crackers to go with it, and it's super easy. Now, the reason she does the boxes is that, one, it is easier to carry and super fun to decorate, but she said B is that that's enough. That's like 60 glasses of wine that she's showing up with. So she's saying, I bring enough wine for 15 of your friends who love wine. And then whatever is still, like, she leaves with it too, being the point. She said it's so tacky to like leave with a half-drunk bottle of wine, but a decorated box that makes it look like this is something she brings to all her to her shows. It makes total sense that she leaves with it. So she comes in with the wine, she leaves with the wine. Then on the side of the box, she has a sign that says, whose home will I be traveling to next? How about yours? The first 3 to decide win the traveling bling bar. So that's to help her get more bling bar shows at bling bar shows. So she will send photos when she, the reason I asked her to take the nice pictures is so that we can make some nice Facebook posts for this and put it in our VIP groups too. But even if you're texting out your hostesses, oh my gosh, I have a new summer theme, traveling bling bar. Right up your alley. I'm bringing enough wine for 15 of your wine-oiest friends, and I have all new jewelry. What are your thoughts? Would love to see you next week. It is the cutest thing. It will take probably $10 and 20 minutes of work from a little trip from Hobby Lobby, AC Moore, Michael's, whatever your craft store is where you live. And she said that she just brings them in and out. When she texted me the pictures right before we started, she said, these are going to 3 homes this weekend. Now, if you don't have 3 shows this weekend, I don't have 3 shows this weekend. Well, I have 2, but I don't have 3 shows for the weekend after, and I sure would love them, and I'm more than happy to bling out 2 boxes of wine to make it happen. So I was so in love with this idea. She is killing it, and I feel like we can all kill it too. Like I said, I will share those photos with you so that you can see what I mean, and then you can go to town with some of that. And then idea number 3 is just a continuation of this, which is just to do some summary themes. So again, I did attach to the reminder of this call a whole bunch of summer theme ideas, and these are just the little catchphrases to use as you're doing your reach outs. So, hey Jen, setting up my shows for July, and I thought of you because I'm doing some Jewels by the Pool. Would you like to get in on a Jewels by the Pool with me, day or night? Because if you are free by day, and for example, that this hostess or this guest was a teacher, she's probably free by day then too. And she can maybe invite other teacher friends, other stay-at-home moms, or normal nighttime shows, whatever. So Jewels by the Pool, beach bling, summer fashion, and then of course the summer sale. I don't know exactly what the July sale will be, but obviously there's going to be one, so we don't have to know all the details today and tomorrow. Just say outrageous summer sale. I'll share the details as it gets closer. Because if she's booking July, she can wait till Thursday for the nitty-gritty. I'll put the details in your packet or whatever, and then just kind of wait a day or two till we know. I'll have all the details for you for the July sale Thursday. Okay? So that's why I also shared some of the blank summary looking things so that if you want to use it as a template for some of these reach outs, if you're doing it on text or Facebook, then you can use some of those as well. Now, I know that some of you have been doing some vendor events, whether they're at church or summertime, festivals and things like that. Then remember, what you can raffle off is the traveling bling bar, right? So then you get to call every single person and say, I'm so excited you won the traveling bling bar. I offer these on Monday through Thursday, day or night, or, you're just going to say whatever works for you. So I only really like to do Monday through Friday in the summer because living on an island, people are not generally coming to a show on a Saturday or a Sunday. There is a few exceptions, but for the most part, I prefer to work Monday through Thursday, really, but I'll still do Fridays when they want it. But you won the traveling bling bar. I do these on fill in the blank, whatever works for you. I have openings beginning next Tuesday. What works for you? You could even do a contest on your VIP page of some sort, where the prize is the traveling bling bar, if you want to get that, going as well. So I'm going to stop talking so that you can share. Is there something you would like to add to anything I said or comment on or anything? Oh, we got so many people on today. This is a good one.
Michelle?
Yes.
Hey, I just wanted to confirm what you were saying about reaching out with people that you didn't schedule, didn't follow through, people that you're doing customer care calls.
Yeah.
Those work because that's how I've been able to get a lot of the bookings that I've gotten this month and for next month. So yesterday I reached out to a customer that I ran into in the store and I had asked her, how's your jewelry doing? And she was just like, oh, it's doing good. She's like, do you have new pieces? And I'm like, sure. So I reached back out to her, contacted her, got to her house yesterday to do the personal appointment. And she's just like, oh, one of my friends want to see you too. So we ended up driving over to her friend's house. And the two of them ordered. So I got like almost $200 in orders when I thought I was just going to get one order. I ended up getting 2 orders. So I always encourage people when they're going to do the personal appointment, do you have a friend that would want to check out the jewelry? Somebody that likes jewelry, that wants to get a good buy for the jewelry. So always encourage them to bring a friend when you're doing a personal appointment.
Awesome. Elizabeth, was it like last Monday that you didn't work? Like you took a day off work and then you were home and that was the day you started your reach outs, right?
Yep.
Was that like 2 Mondays ago?
It was 2 weeks ago.
Okay. So, right. So she says, all right, I'm going to start making contacts. And then she said, oh, man, I'm getting all, no one's answering yet. I said, well, you got to allow a little time for people to get back to you. And sure enough, as she started the texting, by Wednesday, here came the bookings, Thursday, Friday. And would you like to share just a little bit about how you changed your mindset too?
Oh, yeah. I was talking to Belinda. I've been checking in on Belinda, since her accident. And I was just telling her that I was just discouraged because things just weren't working out. And I was just like, oh, this is horrible. And she was just like, you have to get to your secret place. I'm like, what the heck is the secret place? So she drove me to Netflix to go watch The Secret Place. And since I've watched that, I have been like, my whole mindset is just turned to positive. So whenever someone on my team calls me and they're venting, I'm like, okay, you have 30 seconds to vent. We're going to get that out the way. And then we're going to stop the pity party. And then we're going to find out what you're doing wrong so we can fix it and flip it. So just like when I spoke to Susie on Saturday, she called and she was just like, I don't know what I'm doing wrong. And we basically kind of recapped what she was doing and we just flipped it, made it positive, and she had a good outcome at her party where she had higher sales because she stopped talking so much. So if you have not watched The Secret Place, please, please, please take a couple of minutes and go watch it.
Now, it's just The Secret, no place. Elizabeth just made it a place. But that's okay. We like that. Because the place is in her mind.
Yeah, the place is in my head.
But when you're looking for it on Netflix, you're just looking for The Secret. Just so you're not
No, and it's true because it doesn't just affect your business, it affects your personal life as well. Different things that you may have going on with you, it definitely helps. So take a moment and go watch The Secret.
I couldn't agree more. It's a great refresher. It's a great, even if you've seen it before, even if you read the book, always a great thing to revisit. Because one thing I've noticed is that if you get a cancellation and you spend the rest of the day thinking about that cancellation and ruminating about it, that what's going to happen by the end of that night is you're getting another cancellation, because what you've drawn to you is the universe is bringing you cancellations because that's what you're thinking about. Whereas if when you get a cancellation, you decide, well, that frees me up to do a whole bunch more work tonight. Like I was supposed to have a show tonight. It's not happening. Tonight, I'm not going to be on my couch watching TV. I'm going to take the time to make some of these reach outs because I was supposed to work. And so I will still work tonight. I'm just going to work differently and I'm going to replace that and more. And that's just the way it's going to be. Because if I keep thinking about cancellations, then all of a sudden I'm probably not going to work this Friday or Saturday either. And I can't have that. So we're reframing, we're moving forward. Everything can be turned around. Anthony said to me today, we're moving. Our soft move starts tomorrow. So we're closing tomorrow. I'm going to gradually bring things the next few days. Our big official move is Saturday. And Sunday night, Anthony was like, oh, this begins hell week. And I was like, oh, I know. And then I left the room, but then I turned around, I came back in. I said, nope. This is the week we make our dream come true. A lifelong dream comes true this week. And it's just going to take some effort to get to it. And then he laughed and he was like, okay. So, nothing worthwhile is just comes so easy. So if you want the joy and the accomplishment feeling, it does take some work to put into it. And sometimes in the summer, it may take a couple days for people to get back to you, but they will, especially when we make it desirable enough and we make it fun enough and we're just including ourselves in things they're already doing.
And so, Michelle, what you had told me about when I was getting the voicemails, I started texting people, and that's when they got back to me. So one of my hostesses I did a party for 2 weeks ago, we never spoke. Everything was via text. Her text invite was via text. Her hostess explanation was via text. The only time I spoke to her was when I got lost on my way to her house. So everything was text. So sometimes you got to meet people where they are. Yeah. And now I'm getting into the habit of once I do speak to someone, I find out what form of communication they like the best, via phone or via text. So some people are they like to text. They rather text than talk to you on the phone. So anyone that you reached out to that they haven't gotten back to you, try shooting them a text and even try shooting them an email because you never know.
Yeah. It's so smart to just ask rather than yes, and be texting and find out that they're not a big texter, or to be calling and find out they would have answered in 2 seconds with a text. So definitely smart to just ask rather than play a guessing game. Absolutely. Any other thoughts or contributions anyone wants to make?
I did want to add, when you talked about vendor events, just the follow-up within 48 hours is so critical. And you can get on whatever program you use to edit pictures. Take one of those pretty pictures that are pre-made and just write a little congratulations. You've won, whether you're using the bling bar, whatever you're doing as your giveaway. Let everybody be a winner. Send it out. Do calls, do text, and then go back a couple days later and do an email, because a lot of people I've been able to catch that way as well. So because you've made 3 contacts. So if you're trying to go through those kind of warm leads, that is a great thing.
Love it. Love it. Any other thoughts or contributions? Is everybody excited to make some reach outs with some fresh ideas? If anybody does make up their little traveling bling bar, please post pictures of it for us. I'm going to share the pictures with you guys immediately upon hanging up here. I'm going to add it to the thread of the reminder. And then, of course, I'm going to put the recording up in case anybody jumped on late. And, of course, for those that weren't able to join at this time. So thank you so much for coming on, everybody. I'm glad this was such a well-attended lunch and learn, and let's really commit. Let's look at each other in the eyes right now across the screen here and say, yes, I am going to do at least 5 contacts each day or night. I am going to get some new showings on my calendar, because what I would really like to do is see all of you and more this time next Tuesday. And that way we can share, oh my gosh, I made X amount of contacts and now I have 5 shows. You may have even done a personal appointment or 2 by the time we see each other again next Tuesday. Because, you know, you can ask for any of these. That's right. If Ashley can do it with a brand new baby, all of us can. That is absolutely right. I was at Belinda's house yesterday because she loaned me a bunch of the jewelry that I showed on the Sunday night sale. So I went back to return it. She's like all jacked up on the couch, propped up. She's got a snack table next to her with a pen and a calendar and all kinds of stuff going on. All of us that have all our appendages functioning, don't have a baby hanging off of our boob, okay? Everybody can be working and maximizing what is available to us, because you can do it with those things and you can do it without those things. So let's keep sharing and supporting each other. If you put together a cute image, share it. If you are, as you're booking things, share it, because the more positivity we can surround ourselves with, the more we can all live the secret together. All right? So have a great rest of your day, and I look forward to hearing from everybody real soon. Bye.